Have you ever felt that frantic urge to do something asterisk? Anything? That itchy feeling when things aren't happening fast enough. When you're stuck in traffic, waiting for a reply, or chasing a goal that seems light years away. We live in a world obsessed with speed, instant gratification, and constant action. We're told to hustle harder, move faster, and never ever stop. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful tools for a happier, more effective life isn't about doing more, but about learning to wait? This isn't about lazy, passive waiting. It's about an ancient secret, a superpower practiced by emperors and philosophers. The Stoic art of active, strategic waiting. The Stoics, masters of resilience and inner peace, understood that true power doesn't come from frantically trying to control every outcome. It comes from controlling what you can your own mind, your own actions, and having the wisdom and patience to let the rest unfold. Think about it. How many times have you rushed a decision and regretted it? Sent a text in anger only to wish you could take it back? Or given up on a project right before a potential breakthrough because you got impatient? This is our modern-day hurry sickness, and it's costing us our peace and our potential. The Stoics would say we are fighting against nature, against the natural rhythm of things. A farmer can't force a seed to sprout overnight. They must plant it, water it, and then wait with patience, trusting the process. That's the kind of waiting we're talking about. So, what is this Stoic power of waiting? It's built on a core principle, the dichotomy of control. This idea, central to Stoicism, says that some things are within our control, and some things are not. Our actions, our judgments, our responses, these are ours. The results of those actions, other people's opinions, the flow of traffic, these are not. The moment you truly grasp this, waiting is no longer a frustrating prison. It becomes a strategic advantage. While everyone else is burning out, you are conserving your energy for what truly matters. Let's take a practical example. You've worked hard on a job application. You've polished your resume, written a killer cover letter, and aced the interview. Now comes the hard part, the wait. The non-Stoic response is to obsess. You check your email 100 times a day. You overanalyze every word from the interview, and your mind spirals into a vortex of what-ifs. You're miserable, and all this anxiety does absolutely nothing to change the outcome. The Stoic, however, applies the dichotomy of control. They did everything in their power to present their best self. The decision now rests with the hiring manager, something outside their control. So instead of wasting mental energy on worry, they actively wait. They might start researching other opportunities, learning a new skill, or simply enjoying their free time. They've shifted their focus from an uncontrollable outcome to controllable actions. This isn't passivity. It's intelligent action. It's using the in-between time to grow, not to stagnate in anxiety. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a renowned Stoic, wrote in his private journal, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is a profound shift in perspective. The delay, the obstacle, the waiting period, it isn't just a roadblock. It's part of the path. It's an opportunity. The time you spend waiting for that job offer is an opportunity to strengthen other skills. The traffic jam is an opportunity to listen to an insightful podcast or just practice mindful breathing. The perceived slowness of life becomes a training ground for virtue. So how do we cultivate this superpower in our own lives? It starts with mindfulness. The next time you feel that familiar sting of impatience, just pause. Acknowledge the feeling without judgment. Ask yourself, what part of this situation is actually in my control right now? Often, the answer is simply your own breath and your own attitude. Take a deep breath. Exhale the frustration. This small act breaks the cycle of reactive panic. Another powerful Stoic technique is what's called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of adversity. This sounds gloomy, but it's incredibly empowering. When you're waiting for something important, take a moment to calmly consider the worst-case scenario. What if you don't get the job? What if the project fails? What if the answer is no? By looking this fear in the eye, you rob it of its power. You realize that even if the worst happens, you will survive. You will adapt. You will find another way. This exercise prepares you for any outcome and frees you to wait with a sense of calm and resilience, knowing you can handle whatever comes. It transforms fearful waiting into confident anticipation. You're not just hoping for the best. You're prepared for the rest. Think of waiting as a form of strength training for your character. Every moment of patience builds your emotional muscle. The person who can sit calmly in uncertainty, who can act deliberately instead of reacting impulsively, is the person who holds the true power. They make better decisions, they build stronger relationships, and they navigate life's challenges with a grace that others can only envy. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, "Time discovers truth." Many things in life simply require time to ripen, to resolve, to reveal themselves. By trying to rush the process, we often harvest unripe fruit. We force answers that aren't ready, and make messes we later have to clean up. Waiting, in this sense, is an act of trust in the process. Trust in our own preparation and trust that the right time will come. Let's try a little experiment together. For the next week, I challenge you to find one small moment each day to practice active waiting. When you're standing in line for coffee, instead of scrolling on your phone, just stand there. Observe your surroundings. Pay attention to your breath. Feel your feet on the ground. When you send an important email, consciously decide not to check for a reply for a specific amount of time. Use that time to do something productive or relaxing. You'll start to notice something amazing. The world doesn't fall apart. In fact, you'll feel a growing sense of calm and control. You are no longer a slave to the ding of a notification or the rush of the crowd. You are choosing your response. You are reclaiming your time and your mind. The power of waiting isn't about being slow. It's about being deliberate. It's the quiet confidence of the archer who holds their breath before releasing the arrow. The patience of the gardener who trusts. The seasons and the wisdom of the philosopher, who knows that the greatest battles are won not with frantic force, but with disciplined calm. It is the ultimate life hack, hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to discover its strength. So the next time you feel the pull of impatience, remember the Stoics. Remember that waiting is not an empty space. It is a field of opportunity, a training ground for wisdom, and a pathway to unshakable inner peace. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into Stoic wisdom today. If this resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more insights on living a stronger, calmer life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. When has waiting patiently paid off for you? Until next time, be well and wait wisely.